Hello everyone, here you are at Claru Beauty and with your host Claudia Lara. How are you guys doing today? Well, I'm excited because this will be the first time I film our recommendations for Sephora sale. If you all don't know, Sephora usually has 2 sales a year, usually in the spring and now around beginning of November. And then they have different kind of ranges. There's the VIP, if you have spent a certain amount of money, you become part of the VIP. I definitely am inside that circle. But then you have another range if you have spent less, and then another range if you spend less, and then they open it up. So I think you go 20%, 15%, 10%, something like that. I will put it down below the exact information. So what to get from Sephora is a very interesting topic for me to do my first one because there's so many products. Obviously, Sephora is a great place to buy makeup and to buy affordable makeup, even though now they have introduced more luxury brands, which is also great. And so, wow, where to begin? What I decided to do, since there's so many products and so many brands, I decided to comment the most on the videos I already done. If you don't know, if you're new to my channel, I'm new to YouTube. I've been around for 2 weeks. And so I've done as many videos as I can, but it's taking some time to mention all the brands. So far, some of my favorite, and they are actually also kind of the newest to Sephora because they are luxury brands, and so happy that now Sephora carries them. So one of them, if you want to see the videos on how I apply these products that I will recommend, or to choose from the brand, not just the ones I recommend, but if I'm mentioning a brand, it's because most likely I like most of the products, or you can hear my review exactly when you watch those videos. So definitely WESTMAN ATELIER, new to Sephora, love all her products. Definitely Natasha Denona. Natasha Denona is known for very unique formulas, very cohesive formulas. I am right now wearing all Natasha Denona. You can watch the video on how I did it. I'm going to link it down below. There's Charlotte Tilbury, another one of my favorite. I have most of their products. I mean, eyeshadows, lipsticks. I have the whole range. So I'm Pat McGrath, another great one. Very unique kind of textures and unique kind of colors and unique kind of brightness. So, and then of course it has the Dior, some other products, Garland, some other products. So it will be infinite. I mean, Sephora is huge. So the products that I want to mention are staples. I mean, they're things that I do use, I do wear, I do recommend. So the first thing, and I need to check if they carry it. I'm sure they do, but this is the Chanel number 5, but this is the Leo. This is kind of new. They did this. It is kind of a lot. You know how Chanel number 5 obviously is a classic, but it's a strong smell. So they created this kind of in a little less of strength in that sort of, you can't, it's unrecognizable, right? And I mean, it's super recognizable, the number 5. So this one was made a little less, a little, so more people will actually wear it. So I'm going to apply a little bit. I love this color. When you first put it on, it feels a little bit, I wouldn't say manly, but it gives me that, it's not like flowery and sweet and opened up. This to me is a little more center, a little more green, a little more clean. I really like it. Obviously, number 5 sometimes is described like it has a little bit of soap, kind of those powdery soap kind of smells. This one does too, but in a more milder way. And so I love this in the morning, or it brings me in a center sort of way. I don't know how to explain it. I don't think I will wear it like if I want to go out and about and I want to open up and socialize. This one, it brings more on my daily, just to smell nice, not in a fresh kind of way, but just in a center sort of way. So I really like it. My husband doesn't really like it that much when I wear it, but that's okay. So because it could be a little masculine almost. It's not like a unisex. I mean, it could be worn by men, of course. Everything now can be unisex. But what I mean is not like those fragrances that they call it unisex and they're more in the masculine way. At least that's how I think. No, this is still feminine, but it's more in that green forest center. I hope I'm explaining myself well. So what I do with this, like I wouldn't wear this to go to sleep. It's not kind of what I feel like, but I do like it in the morning. It kind of centers me to go my way. And the good thing about it, it is very light. So in essence, it just reminds you of that mood because it doesn't last. It will last very little. So I don't know, within an hour, I won't smell it on me anymore. So that's kind of the bad news sort of thing. I mean, it makes me wonder, so why wear it? Well, for one, I like it because it puts me in that mood. It reminds me of that centerness. But then what I have done in the past is I put this right as I'm getting out of the bathroom, you know, I'll shower and everything. And then I will wear my perfume on top of it. And that blend kind of brings the centerness and then the open flower or the sweetness, whatever perfume I'm gonna wear. So it's kind of like that. And I know that this is not gonna last, so it's okay if the mixture of the fragrances don't like perfectly go together because this one kind of goes away. So I don't know. That's how I've been using it. And I like it. And then you can refresh it through the day, and it again brings you to that center, to that. Oh, it reminds me like my bell. If you're new to my channel, there's a time where I actually do this. So let's do that now. I have said that I love bells, and when I hear them, it reminds me that I'm awake and that I'm here in the now. I don't know, it just brings the same as the perfume. That's why it remind me of. It's just a reminder and a centerness, and I like that because sometimes I start running in my head or running with things to do, and that always just brings me right back. Anywho, let's continue. So let's see what order, since this is my first time doing it. Let's see how it comes out. The first thing I wanted to mention, for the longest time when I did my makeup to go out and about, I like to use a foundation primer. Not so much because of my makeup to last, which is supposed to be what a primer does. And some other primers came to smooth your skin before you actually apply the foundation. But to me, the thing that made me start using a little bit of a primer was when they came out with a little Radiance. See, they started coming up with this Radiance primer. So you put it and it made your skin look a little more awakened or brightened. And I started using a long time ago the Laura Mercier, the Radiance foundation primer. Now, I use this forever, and I used to put very tiny bit, and I would just do it right here, a little bit here. So I wouldn't put it on my whole face because then it was really like rise and shine sort of look, which sometimes I did do that, but it was not because I like it. It was just getting to know the product, of course. So this one I recommend it, and I have worn it for years now. But now I just discovered a brand new one. It was actually sent to me as a sample, and I just loved it so much. This was the sample that I actually ordered the full size. Now, that doesn't happen often, but I did. And this is the Bobbi Brown Illuminating Moisture Balm. I don't know if it's new, but I hadn't heard about it before, so I think it's new. But it's definitely new to me, and I love it. Now I do it every day before my makeup, and I put it today under my foundation. And even if you do just bare skin, which is usually what I do for an everyday, it brings an extra radiance, but understated. It's not like super shiny or super oily or anything like that. And it actually, because it's a moisturized balm, so to me that I have dry skin, it just feels lovely. Not only feels lovely, it really smooths my skin or makes it a little, I don't know, there's an extra something to it. So I really recommend this Bobbi Brown Moisture Bio Prime. And so far I'm using that instead of the Laura Mercier. But hey, I think Laura Mercier brings a little bit more shine, a little more brightness. So now that all the makeup is coming to a very understated, very natural, kind of like that, I'm actually preferring the Bobbi Brown, as I said. So that's one product. Next, for foundations, I was big on the Forever from Dior. I love that foundation. I used it for many years. Now I have changed to Surat. If you've seen my other videos, I mentioned that. But if you want a very good foundation for going out, for an actual event, I would really recommend the La Mer, the Soft Fluid Longwear. I know it's a little bit expensive, not as expensive as some of the other ones. The foundations have gotten a little crazy. I mean, especially Chanel or like Clé de Peau, or they get up there. But La Mer used to be one of the most expensive ones. And now it's a good price, actually. Yes, Dior might be lot less expensive than La Mer, but La Mer gives you a little more moist coverage. It's just creamier. I really enjoy this. If you want to really a night out and have coverage, and it still has a natural look, so it's not as made out. I usually never like the very made out kind of look. Doesn't go with me, or I don't go with it. I don't know. I don't like it. Anywho, so I really recommend, and they do carry it in Sephora, which is great. So after that, like I said, please look at the videos that I have done on the brands. So Charlotte Tilbury, her blushes are good. They usually come in 2 colors. So you have, most of her blushes come in like this. So you have kind of one color on the outside and one color in the inside. Usually she recommends to put it, the outer ring all over, and then the center one kind of right here. But having 2 colors in one like this gives dimension, gives interest, you know, it's just nice. Another thing that, so if you like her blushes, look at her colors. Another one that, I hope I have it here. Yeah, this one is a bestseller. It's so lovely to have. This is a combination, also Charlotte Tilbury. It has the bronzer, and this is kind of a powder highlight. So it does have some shine, but it's very understated. And this is, I mean, if I'm gonna travel, having this too, and then I take the blush or whatever, but this is a must to start contouring, give it a little bit of shape to my face, and it's so light, and it's so easy and so blendable. So I really like this. It won't come in this case. This was a special edition for a holiday, but that's okay. I mean, the product is the same and it will be worth it. And talking about Charlotte Tilbury, I really recommend 2 of her face palettes, especially if you like to travel or if you want a very easy way to apply your makeup. And I'll be coming out with videos on this later on. But now that the sale is coming up, I really recommend her face palette. So they come like this, easy to put in a bag. And you have everything here. You have a bronzer, a kind of powder highlight, and then your eyeshadows and your blush. And this in particular is called Stone Rose Beauty. It's one of my favorites. It's more in a kind of a tan fall, more browner, more serious. And this one will go very well with a medium pillow talk color of her lipsticks. She's very big on this pillow talk. She has a whole range from eyeshadows to blush to lips. The bestseller Pillow Talk lipstick is too light for me, and so I prefer the medium color of pink of Pillow Talk. So that combo, this and the Pillow Talk lips, and you're done. You have everything. There's another ones that also go with this one. I mean, they all go, obviously, but which is this other type is Glowing Jan. Comes in a different kind of lipstick. This one also will go very well with it. Let's see if I find the actual lipstick that goes with that palette. It's called Stone Rose. They're very, very similar. So either will go. So this is Glowing Jan, a very neutral, everyday. It just goes very well. And then Stone Rose, it's a little more in the orange peachy side, but also is very good. Obviously it was made to go with this palette, or what I usually wear it with, which is the medium Pillow Talk lipstick, which is another one like this one. Okay, so I really recommend those. The second face palette from her that I really recommend, oh, it's not this one, it's this one. It might come not on this case, it might come on the regular case. I just bought it in a special edition, but it's the same of the products. And this one is a little more natural. Like this one will be warmer. The first one I show you, it's a little warmer, a little more fall, a little the Stone Rose Beauty. This one is a little fresher, like more natural, pinkyish sort of thing. Some people might even use this for like a wedding. It's not that light. It's not that light. I use it for every day, so don't think it's just like for a wedding makeup, but it could be like for that, for a wedding makeup, in the sense that how natural and nice looking. So this one is called Pretty Blush Beauty, and I love this palette. So just between these two, I mean, I have spring, summer, and fall, winter, really. This one, the Instant Look of Love in a Palette, Pretty Blush Beauty, came also with a trio set of lipsticks. And I'll see if I find, I'll list it below. I think it's this one, let's see. First Dance is one of them. So this one is more brighter pink. So this goes very nice, very well. There's like 3 that came with this palette. This is First Dance, but there's another 2. Check the 3. They probably, when you find this one, they're probably going to be the other 2 in there, because that's how she usually does it. Anyhow, so for face palettes, it's that kind of thing. The other thing I really have recommended, Natasha Denona, with the look that I have on. I just made the video like I mentioned, and it was on the retro palette. So that palette is right here. Love this palette because it's a very understated, natural look. Yes, you do have more into the pinkish, but in a very neutral way. And so and you have the burgundies and a little bit of the purples, so very trendy right now. So if I had to choose between 2 of her eyeshadows, will be the retro and will be the Glam Palette. The Glam Palette is one, the Glam Palette is one of the best sellers for her, because she's so neutral and wearable, and so, but it's more in the cool side of things. So really nice, especially like now for Christmas and the red lips and the orange lips and things like that. This palette will go very well with those. If you want to wear more in the burgundy, browns, darker, I think the retro palette will be best suited, even though both will work for both. In the Natasha Denona, I really recommend her lipsticks for a very nude sort of thing. Right now I'm wearing Amarosa, and she divides her nudes because she has a lot of colors within the nude family. I have tried many, and it is tough to choose which one is for you, but she divides it. in kind of 3 sets. If you have yellow undertone, if you have neutral undertone, or if you have more pink undertone. And then depending on your undertone, she recommends a few lipsticks. The Amarosa seems to be the one that everybody prefers. I prefer it. It has a little pink in it, and I really like it. I also have Claudia, the color. It's a little more peachy, a little more, but I'm always looking for a little bit of color in it, because if not, it really just makes me have no lips, really. If you're having a very, very made out eyes, maybe that is a good idea to go to. But for me, I just like a little bit of color in it. For example, right now I'm wearing the Amarosa, and then I was wearing the Natasha Denona gloss. And this one is called Mauve. Very, very, imagine that, neutral bare. And so before we started the video, it's just too bare for me. So what I did is I just added a little bit of this gloss. And this gloss is Peach's Duochrome Coral. And just doing that, see, it brought a little bit of color to my lips and it pumped up my look. So I really recommend her glosses. So the 3 glosses that I wear most of the time, the ones I choose, well, I have so many, so I still will recommend, is the Natasha Denona's, more subtle sort of look, and then subtle in the way of already this kind of pump up look. So you have the Natasha Denona, and she has kind of the difference, right? Like this is more plain, and then this one is more duochrome. If you see a little more pump up, I like more the duochromes, the more complex, the more kind of thing to them, because it just calls that more attention to the lips. But if you just wanted something more simple, just to bring that glowiness to them, then I would go for the simpler colors. But the 3 brands that I love their glosses, Pat McGrath is a little more, in my opinion, pump up glowiness than this one's. And that's saying a lot, but it's still very wearable for every day, if you can imagine. But it's a little pump up from this. And then you have the Charlotte Tilbury. Now the Charlotte Tilbury are a little more understated. And you have the kind of small ones like this, which is more natural, just sort of a gloss. But then you have the ones that, and I describe that if you see my video on them, they have the more pump. They have a pump up, like Pillow Talk pump. I'll list it down below because I don't know where I left it here, but I do mention them in the video and you will see. So those also being very glamorous kind of look, but they have less sparkle. So again, more understated, perhaps a little more elegant, if you want to say, more sort of not so much sparkly look to it. But I think all of them have their place and how you feel that day. At least that's how I play with makeup, right? All right. So what is another product that I just love is the Garland Meteorites. These are little bowls. I bought this, who knows, years ago. And I still have some. They have now, it used to be back on the day, there was only one color. Then they added the light, the medium, and the dark. And I think that's what Sephora has. But with the years, they now have introduced, they do these special editions. They do some golden ones, some tan, some medium, some fall, some, it's just a different mixture of the little bowls, what they put in here. So you can choose and decide what you want. It's supposed to be this mixture, creates this beautiful shining canvas to your skin, kind of fills up. So fills up all the coloring, and that's why it looks a little more smooth. So I think this is a must in everybody's desk. I remember when I first got it, where all this glowiness, gluiness, hadn't come, you know, the Radiance primer hadn't come into into existence. This was my biggest secret. I mean, you will put any foundation and then this on top and you just look flawless. If you put no foundation and just this, it will look flawless and it just give you that extra shine. Nowadays, since they have the primer with the Radiance and then they have the foundation with some glow and then they have, you know, all the highlights or the blush with some highlight and things like that, I don't always put them on. It would be just if I really was going to be made up and go. It looks great on camera. So these things, but I just still believe it's a must in your vanity or in your collection. Now, I do love, and they do have this in Sephora, is this brush. I think this brush is a must. And look, I have plenty of powder brushes. I have tried different ones, but there's nothing like this one. This is a La Mer powder brush. It's expensive, but oh my God, it's just soft and nice and it's so easy to apply it all over. So I really recommend this blush. And not only for the Meteorites, it's just a powder brush. It's big though. It's not like blush or highlight or anything like that. It's for powder. But this combination, I just think is a definitely. Now, I've tried many different finishing powders. I mean, for example, I have here this Givenchy, which is, you know, they try to simulate. Even at Walgreens, you find this kind of when they have different sort of colors and things like that to emulate this kind of finish off of your face so you look spotless and nice. But nothing like the Meteorites little, what do you call them, balls? It's called powder for the face. So this is a must if you don't have it. Now, depending on your skin color, choose the color that you need. So I'm glad I mentioned that. Eyeliners. So eyeliners, I love the Charlotte Tilbury. Actually is the ones that I mostly use. So I have talked about this Rock and Coal. This is the Barbarella Brown. I don't like the black because of my age now. It's really too much. I mean, I do have a black eyeliner, several actually, but now I go more for a very dark brown. So it could be almost black, but it's not black, so dark enough to, is what I'm wearing right now. I love her eyeliners. And if you already have the basic, like the black, the dark brown, the medium brown, you know, and you're just like, I don't need those. She has these ones, which are dual. So it comes a color on this side and a color on this side. And she has like 4 of this. These ones I love. If you notice, this is a very copper sort of thing. And she made them, see, I have the blue, and then I think I have a green, and I have, so I have all the colors that she came up with them. And I think they're so unique. And I think they really make a difference on a look. Because they're a little, I wouldn't say metallic, but they do have a little shine to them. For example, I mean, if you look at, they all have 2 sides, right? So let me just swatch this blue one. So this blue one, this is the darker side. Look how easy you apply them. It's not like and you barely can get the color. So they have like a one that is more matte and darker, and then one that is more metallic. And so just with the eyeliner itself, you can, if you're just bare and you just put this 2 and you play with it, perhaps the metallic on the bottom, the matte just on top, and then mascara. Or you put the matte first and then the metallic kind of on top of it, and you create that kind of mixture. I mean, it's endless the possibilities you can do with this, and it really amps up your look. And so you have the brown, the same thing, matte and metallic. You can put the metallic kind of inside your eye, and that really brings out that metallic glowy look. So it's the same with the green. You see dark green, which will really define your your eye so you can really make your definition. And then you use the other one, which is a little creamier, and either put it on top and mix it, or you put one on the bottom, or you put one inside the eye. So I'm hoping to do a video on this because they're so versatile and different. It's not like just a regular eyeliner. And also the one that I use a lot is also the dual, but it has black and this creamy kind of shine to it. So this one is great for in here, right? So I didn't have it on, so let me just try it right now. And remember, if you have seen some of my other videos, I always emphasize right in the vertex where these two meet, I always like that brightness. You see, you add just a little line out. You see what I did? And that opens up your eye. And then what you do, this is a little more black. As you create this eyeline here, up and down, and then this one you extend out, but you make the two lines, one on top and one at the bottom of this white line. And that really elongates your eye. You see that? And it's such a, just a dot, just a something, but it really makes a difference in your eye. So this black and, what do you call it? Cream, beige, sort of, I think, what are these called? These are called Hollywood Exaggerated Eyeliner Duo Metallic. So there you have it. So choose your color. They might have an extra one, a fifth one, which is more burgundy color, and that one is very good for green eyes. I just didn't think for my blue eyes it was worthwhile, and I already have many other burgundy colors from Chanel and from other brands that came out, and I have the Pillow Talk. That's another big one, and I mentioned that on the Charlotte Tilbury video. The Pillow Talk color, this one is, it's not burgundy and it's not brown, but it is kind of a medium. It's not as dark as the other one I mentioned. And so when you just want a see, this is a dark brown. When you just want a very natural look, very soft looking, having this kind of color is great because I put it on, you can barely tell that I have an eyeliner on, and yet it gives you that little more color close to your eyelashes to enhance, you know, the mascara and your eye look. So hope that is helpful. What else did I have for you? Because I had made a list. Yes, Tom Ford. I haven't made a video on Tom Ford. So people love the Tom Ford quads. I have many. I have never really fallen in love to wear them every day. I'm hoping by the time I do the video, I'll rediscover them, like I have rediscovering all the brands that I've been doing with you guys. So let me talk about those then, but I do know that people just say they are the best. So I'm not going to talk about the Tom Ford eyeshadows at this moment, but I will talk about something I wear almost every day, regardless of what kind of foundation, regardless of what kind of makeup, regardless of anything. Even sometimes in bare skin is what I do as a contour. You can say contour bronze. I wouldn't go as far as a bronze, but I definitely do the line here as a contour, and then sometimes a little bit here just to flatten out that part, which is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate, and I use it in intensity 0.5. Now this baby is well loved, and it has the bronzer with the contour that I use. It is perfect, easy to blend, creamy. It's just amazing. And then of course Illuminator. This one doesn't show as much. I do put it on just because we're talking to Illuminate and because of the creaminess to it. So I just put it on. Do I see a big difference? Not really. Would it be the only thing I wear? Not really. But you know, if it's a bare skin every day, whatever, putting a little bit on, maybe when the sun hits me, maybe when the light hits me, who knows? It uplifts a little bit, right? Product must have. In the same line, you know, I tell you about WESTMAN ATELIER, and WESTMAN ATELIER has the two, and if you see the video, you'll find, but it has the color Biscuit, which is kind of a contour too. I'm trying to find it. I don't have it right here. And Lit Up. So let's say we're imitating the Biscuit one will be the kind of a more shade. Oh, here it is. All right. So if you wanted to compare it to the Tom Ford, right? Yes, they can be used also in the same way. I always use this one when I'm going to use the WESTMAN ATELIER Whole Face. And I usually wear the WESTMAN ATELIER Whole Face on its kind of own. I mean, the foundation from WESTMAN ATELIER, the sticks, I really love them from every day. I really use it just that to cover little here's and there, the reds. And then I would use this contour for everyday no makeup look. So it depends on what you like, but this is a lot easier to put in your purse, to carry, to travel with on the two sticks. And I just love this product. All right, what else can I tell you? Another product that I used to wear all the time from Sephora is this roller lash from Benefit. I think Ulta has it too. This is a very great mascara. It really elongates, volume, separates, you can see it, you can notice it. I really like this mascara. Lately, I've just been using this other one. This one is not carried by Sephora, but for the longest, and this one is a little more understated, but not as understated as some like Chanel mascaras and things like that. They're a lot less. You don't see it like, ooh, mascara. I prefer this because my eyes are drooping, and so I definitely want mascara on my eyes, regardless if it's a bare skin or anything like that. A good mascara always goes a long way. The other product, and I mentioned in one of my other videos, is the Charlotte Tilbury corrector under eyes. This one also is instead of using a full concealer, I will use this, and then of course like a WESTMAN ATELIER stick to put it. It's just awesome, perfect. All right, so what else did I have for you? Let me check. Okay, I'm back. So definitely, this is a big discovery for me. I just discovered I want to do a video just on this brand. This is a new one, of course, and not that expensive, which is the Rare Beauty. Rare Beauty, you know, what's her name? Gomez. She came out with her own line. I'm so bad with names, I apologize. Selena Gomez. Is it Selena? Well, you know, the singer. She came out with her own line, Rare Beauty. And of course, I was curious the moment she came out. Just like Rihanna came out with her name, Fenty. Is it Fenty? Yeah, Fenty Beauty. You know, when this artist come out with some of her lines, I'm very curious, especially because I think they're gorgeous. I think they're lovely. So when Selena Gomez came out, I was very interested because she has more of my type of skin coloring. So I was very curious of what she will wear. And I did order a whole set of her stuff. I'll do a video and you can see how I apply and how I use her products. But one that definitely came out on top, and it is amazing, is her liquid eyeliner. This is so easy to put on, so nice. I don't know if it's because of the applicator, or I don't know if it's just the formula of it, but I also love that it is black enough, but it's not extremely black. It looks very natural. It is just lovely. I really recommend you this liquid eyeliner from Rare Beauty. You see that? Let me put this something here. You see It's black, but it's almost like, well, I don't remember what I put there, if it was a dark black, but look, that is black, but it's understated. It's just lovely. Really recommend this. Her eye primer, I'm not very big on eye primer. I prefer just to put part of the foundation. I do have several, but I have very sensitive eyes, and when I do use an eye primer, sometimes my eyelids get heavier. So hers was, wow, impactful. Like you put it on and like a perfect canvas. It was like any color that you put in there will be just as you wanted it. It's just, I'm not used to it. And so, but it was wonderful. I'm just not very big on eye primers, but the eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, really recommend it. Another one that I used for many, many years for my eyebrows was the Smashbox. Now, I don't remember if this is in Sephora or in Ulta. I think they have it in Sephora. Why? Smashbox Brow Tech to Go. I really like this ones because they have the eyebrow color, and then they have kind of a little clear gel that you just put it to set your eyebrows. So sometimes you can just put the gel by itself if you have enough eyebrows and you just want to put them in place. In my case, I barely have eyebrows and I barely have color in them. So I always like to put a little color, and then the gel, of course, it just makes it a little nice. So I have all kinds of, this is Smashbox. I also have the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is, of course, awesome for eyebrows. But most important is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I really recommend this. It really sets your eyes after you put the pencil in. And these ones are great spoolies too. So I have a thin one, and then I have a little thicker one, you see? Let me see what I'm talking about. This one is just tiny, and this one is a little bit wider. Can you see the difference? Yeah. So this one is an all over, very easy, very fast. This one is very detailed, kind of making little hairs in there. So these ones I use for many times. This is a little darker color, like this is dark brown, and then I have the medium brown. And dark brown is a little too dark for me, but I used to have black hair, and very black hair, and then I used to color it black hair because that was my original color. And so now that I let my whites come out, putting this very dark eyebrow is very noticeable. So what I'm using now is a Chanel, which I'll talk another time about it, or the Tom Ford. I don't know if they will have in... if they have in Sephora, the Tom Ford Brow Eye Gel. I'll list it down below, I'll check it. But I love this one. This is the Fiber Brow Gel, and this is the color, what color is this? Granite 05. Very nice and not that messy. Every time I use a gel with color, I make a mess because I don't have enough hairs. And so it stains my skin and things like that. This one doesn't, so I really like it. All right, I think that's gonna be it. Oh, some for the lips. This is very, love it. And yes, I have it. Do I have it? Oh, no, this is not the one I was talking about, but I'll mention all three and you decide. So I really love, this is Bobbi Brown Lip Tint. This is lovely for the lips. Very, very nice. It gives you a little bit of color, very tiny bit, but it really moisturizes the lips. I have this one, which is Dior Addict. This is a lip glow oil. Very nice, of course, too. And then I have the one that I don't have here with me, but it is the Clarins. Oh, the Clarins, it looks just like this, but it's from the brand Clarins. That's one of my favorites. So if I had to rank, it will be the Clarins one, then this one, and then the Dior for some reason. But let's see if I find here this brand. Oh yeah. So I mentioned this in another video, Laneige. This is the Lip Glowy Balm. This is also nice. This has a little more shine. So this will be sort of the fourth one. But the reason I brought it up is because, and I don't have it right here because I have it next to my bed, but Laneige has a great lip mask for night. That is so lovely. It really moisturizes your lips. I mean, it would not be something that you put it on and then you go and drink or eat because you can feel it and it's there. But for nighttime, if you really want to moisturize your lips, I have seen a difference. So it's Laneige, but it's a lip mask. This is a great also lip glowy balm for the day. And they have different, I guess, colors, the same as the Bobbi Brown. But to me, the Bobbi Brown is less messy. You just put it on, it's nice. The Clarins, the one that is #1 in my list, it does have a little more oil to it, but it just feels so great. It doesn't feel messy, and it has a little bit of color as well. That's it, guys. I hope I cover a little bit of everything. Okay, last. Dior. All right. So Dior has this line that is for Sephora only, and they have the foundation in there. It's kind of like the Forever, but it's called something else. Whatever the Dior foundation they have there, that's the one I'm talking about, because they have a whole range of colors, and that is very nice. It's very comparable to the Forever one, but that's not what I wanted to mention. And I do recommend that foundation if you're interested. But what I do believe is very helpful is this ones that are called Rosy Glow. Oh, the whole line that I was talking about is called Dior Backstage. So Dior has this whole line for Sephora only, Dior Backstage. And it's supposed to be all the products that makeup artists will use in the shoot. So they make it very compact. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This I bought in a regular store. I think they also carry it in Sephora, but this is more the regular line. And this is the Backstage line. So it's the same blush. I have different colors, but it's the same blush, very different packaging. And this is what the Dior Backstage sort of thing. They also have eyeshadows and things that they look very different than their actually line, which look a little nicer. I'll talk about it in another video. But my point is, I really recommend you these Rosy Glows. So now they have the peach one and they have the pinky one. So for me, this pinky one is a dream. This one I haven't used much. I will play with it a little bit more. Orange is not my best color. Pinks usually go better. But let me show you, like right now I have a more pinkish look, right, with the Natasha Denona. Sometimes when I just need something to pick up my look, it doesn't matter if I have rosy or cool tones or brown tones or whatever I'm wearing, it doesn't matter. If I feel I'm feeling a little dull and I just want something to pick me up, this Rosy Glow, I know it looks super pink in here, but no, when you apply it, it comes almost transparent. Look at this. So it doesn't add color. Like I wouldn't use this as a blush only. It's not enough color, but to ramp up something. So I don't know if you can tell the difference. You see? This uplifted my look. It refreshed my look. So this is like another big secret, and I call it secret because it's one of those things that you would never think, but if you have them in your collection, they make a big difference. It's the same as the Meteorites, right? It's something that you say, what for? It doesn't show anything, but trust me, it makes a difference. When I wear it, or it's when people say, oh my God, you did something great, or you look great, or you look so refreshed, or whatever. It's just little minute little things. So this one's, I don't know your color in your skin. Perhaps you want to go to the peach. I haven't really worn this much. I will play with it and let you know. But this one, look, is well loved. I've been using it. And for me, that's using it. Remember, my makeup never looks used. But I do. Okay, you can see the case. Look. The cases do worn off when I wear the makeup. So This is another big one. And last and not least, you know, if you like cream blushes, all the Tower 8, these are a new product. They also carry them. They have all these colors, but I think this is more for summer. So we're gonna end right there. I think I gave you enough of products to begin with from Sephora. So thank you so much for staying this long. Please subscribe if you like what you see, and please comment. Let me know what you purchase. Let me know what your favorite products are. I mean, I'm learning with you all. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.